Welcome everyone to episode 2 of House of SUMAC. It's great to be back, and we have a guest, Cameron Cooper. How you doing, Cameron?
I'm doing good.
Nice. So, you want to explain what you do, what you play, sports?
I play football. My
What?
position in football is running back and corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you used to play defense, right?
Yeah.
But now you're on offense now, and you got your first touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And you got an interception, right?
Yeah, I did.
Nice. The last 3 seasons haven't really been good to you, right?
Nope.
Yeah, I haven't got a win yet in the last 3
No, but
seasons.
we got a coach though.
Huh?
We're getting a new coach this offseason, so
Yeah, Cameron's coaches have been pretty bad, but he's getting a pretty good one this time, so maybe he'll get his first win. So
in 2 years.
yeah. So it's how it's gonna be. We're just gonna talk about the games from yesterday and who we think is gonna win in the playoffs. I have the bracket in front of me, so we know what the games are. But yeah, first of all, we're gonna talk about the games that were yesterday. So first of all, we'll start with the Titans against the Texans. Now, for my last podcast, my last podcast, I said, maybe the Texans have a chance. Sometimes they pull an unbelievable game, Sometimes they win by a lot, with a lot of points, And they almost did that. It was 25-28. So, yeah, that was pretty surprising that they almost beat the Titans, the first seed of the AFC.
I was surprised about that game.
Yeah, so, like I said, sometimes they show up, but they're still not a good team. But, yeah. So, because of that win, Titans are going to be the number 1 seed and get a first-round bye. The only team with a first-round bye, because there's only one this time now, because they switched it up. So, yeah. All right, we'll talk about the Steelers versus Ravens game.
Ooh.
This game was pretty big because, whoever wins goes to the playoffs, unless, a tie happened on the Chargers game. So, it went, at the start, I say it went pretty good for the Ravens, but then they started choking a bit at the end.
Big Ben did not want to stop.
Yeah, Big Ben wanted to go to the playoffs for the last season, because it's his last season now. This is it.
Yep.
His career's about to be over. All right.
He does not fire that bad.
We'll talk about the Pats. Pats versus Dolphins. Now, obviously, they just never beat the Dolphins. It makes no sense. Now, I'd say at the start of the game, that's when they pretty much already lost the game because of that pick 6. I mean, it was already 14-0 in the first 4 minutes of the game. Come on, really? They did form a little comeback, but they couldn't get the ball to get enough time. So then the Dolphins just ended it. And didn't they get a pick 6 to end the game?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, yeah, Pats got the ball for 20 seconds, but they threw a pick 6. Well, Mac Jones didn't throw the pick 6. It was Myers, I think. I forget. But doesn't matter. All right. So because of that game, Pats are now 10-7, and they're the 5th seed. Right? 5th seed? Against the 4th seed, the Bills? Yeah. And now we'll talk about the Broncos. Now, this is a game I was not going to expect for the Browns to win. Final score was I can't forget the final score. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting the Browns to beat them because the Browns are really just not that good of a team. Maybe they're good in their division, but they're just not that good as a team.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And we'll go through a little summary of the Ravens season. Now, they really choked it. They were 8-3?
They were doing perfect fine when they had Lamar Jackson.
Really? Wow.
They were doing perfectly fine, but then when Lamar got hurt,
I thought you said something else.
It just went downhill.
Yeah, I mean, they were 8-3 or 8-2. And then they just lost every game after that. They were losing by 1 point every time. And they always went for the 2-pointer conversion to win the game, which I understand. But after missing it once, just don't do it again. And they did it again. They did it against. They should have beat the Steelers the first time they versed them, but Mark Andrews couldn't catch it. And then Green Bay, I guess it makes sense. You want to go for the 2-point because they are a really good team. If they have the ball first, they're most likely to win. But man, you gotta get those because those are big games. Because because they didn't win those games, they're not in the playoffs now.
Yep.
So yeah, they really choked their season. I don't understand how they just
It
did
was
that. That was insane. All right, now Cardinals or Seahawks? Yeah, Cardinals or Seahawks. Now, I'm not surprised that the Cardinals lost this game because the Seahawks are still like they're like a solid good team for this season when they got what's his name? I already forgot his name since he got injured. The quarterback.
Huh? That their safety.
No, I mean the quarterback for the Seahawks. What's his name again?
Oh, Wilson?
Yeah, Wilson. Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
I forget about him now that he got injured. Well, now he's not, but because now nobody really be talking about him this season. So yeah, I am not surprised that they beat the Cardinals because they are still a good team with Russell Wilson. Next season they'll be back. Russell Wilson just got injured. That's why.
Their defense was hurt this season. That's why they weren't that good.
Yeah, true. Their defense also wasn't that good. Their defense is never good, but their offense, that's what keeps them in the games. So yeah, Rams versus 49ers. If Niners win, then they make the playoffs. If they lose,
was a good game.
Yeah, they were losing like 17-0 at one point. The Rams were beating them. Remember?
Then the Rams. Yeah, then the Rams. It was then the second half, the 49ers came out to play.
Yep, they went to OT and Niners got a touchdown to win the game. Or was it? I think it was a touchdown.
Yeah, it was a touchdown. Yeah,
pretty sure. I don't know who got it, but it was a touchdown. All right.
Probably Deebo Samuel.
Let's see. Any more games to talk about before we get into the playoffs? Oh yeah, the big one, the one that we forgot about: Raiders versus Chargers.
Right. Yeah.
That was a crazy game. Me and Cameron saw the whole game. Literally Sunday, all I did was just watch football. Same as Cameron, right?
I had football camp.
Oh yeah, true. At the start, he couldn't, but then he got to watch
one game.
Yeah. So, yeah, Raiders versus Chargers. So at one point it was like 29 to, let's see, I think it was 14. Yeah, 14.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm wrong, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it was, but pretty much Chargers with 4 minutes left had to get. I don't know if it was 4 minutes. I think that was. Yeah, it was 4 minutes, but they had to get 2 touchdowns. One of them had to be a 2-point conversion. So, yeah, that's. And somehow they did it. The last play of the fourth quarter was a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Actually, no. There was no 2-point conversion on the last touchdown because they already did it. But
yeah,
it's crazy how they got the game to go to overtime. That was nuts.
It was a miracle comeback.
Yeah, they were always getting the first down on 3rd and 10 or 4th and 10.
They couldn't do anything on 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, 1st and 2nd, no yards, nothing. Because they're just trying to, I guess, pass it. Which, yeah, you're supposed to do. That's why they keep missing.
Yeah.
Because you got to get good yards. Because you don't got that much time. But you can get out of bounds and save some time. So, yeah. I think that's about it. We'll talk about the Chiefs. Now, Broncos, they choked the game. A fumble caused the game for them to lose. That's why they lost.
Never been
So Chiefs really shouldn't have the record they have right now.
No, it shouldn't.
So yeah, that's just dumb. And okay, we'll talk about this last one. This will be the last one. Green Bay versus Lions. One of the worst teams.
Oh, no.
The worst team or one of the worst teams versus the best team in the NFL in the season right now. I mean, I guess the offense did their job. 30 points is a lot of points. Defense, though. I mean, how does the defense do so bad against the Lions?
They don't have their best cornerback for defense this year.
True. I mean, that's just weird. 37 against Green Bay for the Lions to win. I mean, this was definitely a weird week because, again, we forgot about this one. The Colts lost against the Jaguars. I mean, Wow, that's just funny as hell. I'm happy they're not in the playoffs. I hate that team. You know, they could have been trouble in the playoffs. Now, by the way, if you didn't know, we're freaking Pats fans, so that's why we're happy they're not in the playoffs. So yeah, I guess we'll get headed into the playoffs, talk about each game, and then that's gonna be all we're gonna talk about for this podcast. So yeah. So first up, first of all, this is wild card. If you didn't know. So yeah, first week of the playoffs. Raiders versus Broncos. Wait, no, Bengals. I for some reason get that name mixed up so much times. Raiders versus Bengals. I honestly don't know who I think's gonna win. That's gonna be a
game.
It's gonna be a good game for sure. It could go either way.
Yeah, it could.
I'm gonna give it to the Bengals.
The Bengals are gonna win by a touchdown.
Touchdown, okay. And then Pats versus Bills. I wanted this game to happen. Now, Pats, I think they're gonna get their shit together. You know, I think they're gonna actually play good. I think I'm gonna give that game to the Pats.
I'm gonna give it to the Bills.
Really? It is most likely they're gonna win, but I think I think they'll do it. I think Mac Jones will play good.
I think Mac Jones is gonna choke.
He's gonna choke?
Yeah.
Okay. This is honestly another good game. Go either way. Steelers versus Chiefs.
Ooh.
Now, possibly the Steelers could pull up an upset, but Chiefs are just too good in the playoffs, so I'm gonna give it to the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs don't lose in playoffs, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know what's crazy? My brother told me about this. Patrick Mahomes has never played a road game in the playoffs.
He hasn't?
He hasn't. I mean, if he wins this game, he's gonna get his first one against the Titans. Damn. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, getting on to the NFC divisions. Cardinals versus Rams. To me, that's easily Cardinals. I mean, not Cardinals, Rams.
Yeah, that's easily Rams.
I mean, I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, Rams for sure. Next up, this is honestly a good matchup too. 49ers versus the Cowboys.
Oh, I'm giving that to the Cowboys.
Yeah, same. Niners are a decent team. They could win. They could win.
Yeah, I could kind of see them winning because of since it's Jimmy Garoppolo's last game playing on the 49ers.
Yeah, it's going to be, well. Now this game, I think is a hella cool game. The Buccaneers versus the Eagles. So this is going to be the first time Tom Brady's versus the Eagles since the championship at Super Bowl 52.
Yeah.
It's of course not like the same players like for quarterback and stuff, but still, that's a big deal, I think. I mean, I think Eagles have a slight chance, not really a big chance to beat them. Because I just can't see the Buccaneers losing to the Eagles first round. Are the Buccaneers second seed? Buccaneers second seed?
They're second seed?
I don't know. They might be third.
I thought they were third.
They're probably third. So yeah.
Aren't the Rams second seed?
Most likely. They beat the Buccaneers. Here, want me to look it up?
Yeah, look.
I'll just look up power rankings. I'm just look it up so we know. Shit, I got my computer down. I'm gonna see it. This is definitely not the power rankings. Alright, I bet I can just find it on NFL. So, Cam, are you starting football again?
We start in August.
August? So, damn, you gotta wait a while, huh?
Yeah, but since, my dad told me that I could do this football team for New Hampshire while I wait, so I might do that.
Oh, some, spring or summer thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, you just do no matter what, bro. You gotta get some wins. I don't know if I could find it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. They might not even have it up right now, but forget it. I wish in their playoff bracket showed like what the seeds are, because that makes sense. So yeah, now heading on to the second round. So we put Bengals, Pats, and Bills. Like, who do you think? Who do you think for the Pats game, Cameron?
Oh, the Bills.
Bills. All right, we'll put the Bills in there because they have the most likely thing to win.
Since they're playing in Buffalo.
And then we'll do Chiefs, and then Rams, 49ers, and Bucks. So, yeah. Let's start off with Bengals versus Buffalo. To me, I think Buffalo's got it. I can't see the Bengals beating the Bills. I think Bills are going to win.
I'm giving it to the Bengals.
Bengals? Okay. Yeah. And if Pats versus them, here's the thing. If Pats versus Raiders, I think they got that game. But I don't know about the Bengals. Yeah. I don't know about the Bengals. I'm not going to side up Pats versus Bengals game, but yeah.
I think the Pats are going to choke versus the Bengals.
If they go to the second round, yeah, I kind of think that too.
Belichick does have a saying, on to Cincinnati, so.
Chiefs versus Titans. Chiefs.
Yeah.
Titans are not even that good. But Derrick Henry will be back, so maybe something happens. Right?
Yeah, Derrick Henry's back.
He's going to be back, alright. Heading on to the NFC Championship. So we said Rams and Cowboys. That's a good matchup. Last time these two teams met, the Rams beat them.
But I'm giving it to the Rams again.
Yeah, there's just no way Cowboys make it to the third round. That'd be insane. I think the Rams could be Super Bowl contenders. For sure.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Like, they can make it to the third round and maybe get the Super Bowl and go to the Super Bowl. All right, next up. Mm-hmm. This is a big game. Last time they met, the Buccaneers won. Buccaneers versus Green Bay Packers.
I'm giving it to Packers.
Same. I think this is where Tom Brady is going to play good.
This is where Tom Brady's going to go on his bad streak.
Yeah, I don't think they're that good of a team to beat the Packers.
Yeah. No.
And the Buccaneers defense isn't doing too well too, so and Green Bay's got a nice offense. So yeah, definitely give that to Green Bay. Alright. Third round, which is the round to get into the Super Bowl. Yeah. So we pretty much said Bengals and
Chiefs.
Wait, no, we said Bills and Chiefs because we think the Bills.
Oh.
So yeah, Bills and Chiefs.
Bills and Chiefs. I'm going to give it to the Bills.
Hell no, bro. I'm giving that to the Chiefs. I cannot see the Bills in there. You really think the Bills are going to make the Super Bowl?
I have a feeling that they will.
Okay. All right, and then last game for the NFC Championship, Green Bay versus Rams. That's a hard one to pick.
I'm going to go...
Green Bay always chokes it, so I'm gonna do the Rams.
Yeah, Rams, yeah.
And I think the Rams still have a good talent on their team to beat them. So Cameron thinks...
Probable.
So we're going to do this. We're going to do who we think is going to win the Super Bowl. So Cameron's matchup is the Bills and the Rams. That would be an insane Super Bowl.
It's going to be a blowout Super Bowl. Like,
you think it's going to be a blowout?
Just going to score.
Oh, that's what you mean. Like, they're both... It's going to be a high-scoring game.
It's going to be, like, overtime.
No way. You think?
If they both come into the playoffs, yeah, it's going to either come to overtime
or a high-scoring game. Last night, that'd be insane. I really want to see a game winner happen. That'd be dope. So who do you think is going to win, though?
The Rams.
Yeah, I'll give that to the Rams, too. If that was the matchup. And the next matchup that I think might happen is the Rams and who else? The Chiefs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give it to the Rams.
Yeah, I don't see the Chiefs. The Chiefs aren't going to win a Super Bowl this year.
There aren't?
They're not going to. They're not going to even make it to the Super Bowl.
Really? That's what you think? You think Titans are going to beat them or something? Or
their defense doesn't look that good.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit more bad. Like before the game they almost lost, it was doing really good. But their defense didn't play good against the Broncos. So that is true. Alright, so who I think is going to win the Super Bowl is the Rams and Cameron. Right?
Yeah, Rams.
Like Cameron thinks the Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl, and I think the Chiefs are going to go. So, yeah. I think that's just about it for this podcast. Right, Cameron? Anything you want to say?
Yeah. Wait, one thing.
Yeah. What?
How do you feel about the Bears getting rid of their coach?
Oh, it's official?
Yeah, they got rid of him.
I don't think it's gonna. Sorry. I don't think it's gonna make a difference, but we'll see. To me, the Bills are just like those we're trash teams.
Dolphins coach gone.
Yeah, that's official too. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Possibly the Dolphins can get better after watching what Tua did. So yeah.
The Dolphins coach is either going to go back to the Patriots or he's going to go play for, he's going to be the head coach of the Bears.
Imagine the Dolphins came back and won the Super Bowl after starting 1-7. That'd be crazy. They were 1-7. That is, and now they're 9-8. It's finishing like that. That's crazy. Like that kind of deserves a playoff spot, but it's not a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Last season, they were 10-6. They still didn't make playoffs.
They couldn't choke out of the playoffs.
I mean, they probably would have lost first round, but yeah, they didn't make playoffs with that record. I mean, the AFC is kind of good. Has good teams.
Yeah, the AFC is kind of stacked.
But this year, there's two teams with a 9-7 record. I mean, what are the Steelers? 9-8-1.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, I think that's how it is. 9-8-1.
No, it's like 10-8. No. Yeah, 9-8.
I'm pretty sure it's 9-8-1. Yeah. So there's two like teams that don't have double digits in our division, but there are some really good teams in here. Honestly, though, I think the West has better teams. I mean, you got Cardinals. Yeah, I'd say this year is definitely the West with more better teams. They got a bunch of stacked teams. I'd say Cowboys a little bit considered that, just a little bit. So yeah, but I think we're gonna end it there, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this episode of House of SUMAC. So yeah, I'm gonna end the what's it called? I'm gonna end the video now, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you next episode of House of SUMAC.